Hey, welcome back to Branching Out. We're gonna repurpose this shed that my brother had built, not finished. We didn't have enough material for him to finish this. We're gonna get rid of the window. We're gonna get rid of whatever's inside. We're gonna take off the paneling, the roof, and there is a board on the top too. We're gonna get rid of that. Then what we're gonna do is use some of that hardware cloth, that 1/2 by 1/2 inch, and we're gonna surround this whole thing with that. And then next week, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna build raised bed, air pruned beds that'll only be a certain size that'll fit in here perfectly, and then we can use them each box as an individual seed or nut that we're going to stratify. But I do have those acorns from one of my last videos that you saw, and I want to get them in the boxes and have them outside. So once we get that all done, if we'll either move this first or we'll put the hardware cloth on first and then move it, but either way it's going to go up towards the greenhouse and we'll find another spot out there. I have a helper today. It's my girlfriend April, and she's going to give me a hand trying to get some of this going. It's really crappy weather out today, so we're going to try and do it really fast so we get back into the warm loft and have some hot cocoa. So stay tuned, keep an eye on what we're doing here. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, so we got it broken loose. I couldn't reach some of the boards, so we had to get the tractor out. And we're gonna drag this baby right up to the greenhouse so that we can work a little bit in and out of the greenhouse, because I know that it's probably about -6 out here today, but in the greenhouse, it's gonna be like 5 degrees. So at least it'll give us an opportunity to get warmed up while we try to finish this job. And unfortunately, April's not gonna be able to help me all day, so I have some more work to do tomorrow. So that kind of works out for both of us in the end. So let's get going. We hook it up, we're out of here. All right, now that we got it up here to work on, well, this is not going to be the final destination. We will slowly look at other options, the best sunlight directions and stuff like that in order to put it there. But we got everything that I needed to take off the bottom, and we got the metal roof off. Now we just have to take the wooden roof off. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into putting in some of this meshing. So I'm not too worried about it. It's not gonna be pretty. It's only supposed to keep those squirrels out of here. So let's get going. It's cold out here, and I wanna get this done as quick as possible. All right, we got the roof off. We have a couple of loose boards here. That's no big deal. We're gonna make do with it today, and then next week we're gonna come in and we're definitely gonna fix her up. Add a few boards here to stiffen it up a little bit. This thing's pretty weak, but right now we're gonna start with the lower part, and we're just gonna wrap it all the way around. So let's get to work. Now, don't forget to carry around one of your trusty jackknives or a full-fledged knife if you're doing this kind of work, because you're always going to find when you're out here in the food forest, you're going to need a good knife. So I have a good Swiss Army knife here, and this thing just doesn't stop working for me. So that's what we do. It needs a sharpen though. It needs to get sharpened up. Keep that in. I'm going to keep this extra piece in here just for tie reasons. Maybe I might have to tie something a little tighter, but we got that going, so let's get started. So we're gonna get this here. Shoot. It's a lot easier if you have 2 people. Unfortunately, April couldn't be with me today, but she'll be back next week. Can't wait. Okay, so we've done this now. We're going around. I think now, because it's so big and I don't have anybody to help me kind of hold it up there, I'm just gonna cut individual pieces to fit this and then we'll cut some pieces to go to the top, and it'll make it easier, lighter. I don't have to worry about struggling. And some of these ends can be pretty sharp, so you don't want to be poking yourself with those. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, stay tuned. We're just gonna cut that up and keep going. Okay, so we got it started. I'm just gonna get that roof on there, and then we only have the 2 ends to do. And then we'll have to figure out a door situation for next week or later on in the season, but next week for sure. Like I mentioned already in the beginning of the video, we're going to be making some air prune boxes. Now, in some cases they make those boxes really big, but I'm going to make them semi-small, semi-stackable. Might even put a shelf in here so that we can put a couple of layers. And yeah, that's how I'm going to do this for now. If that works out and I was able to get a lot of propagation success and able to sell maybe a few to help fund the projects here, then what we'll do is we'll start looking into getting a bigger one and putting more of one of the type of lids on the top of the air prune box, and that should also help us keep the squirrels out. So yeah, stay tuned for that too as well. Okay, one protection hut pretty much complete. Just needs a door, but I did use that entire 50 feet of hardware cloth, they call it. I call it rapid wire, but yeah, hardware cloth. So yeah, got the roof, everything's on here. I just got to do some little touch-ups. Of course, spring when it's coming, I'll definitely be doing a lot more. Here I had to tie some of this together because, well, it didn't have enough to really hold into, so that's fine. We'll just keep going and we'll build onto this as we go. And that's it. So hope you have a great week. That's it for this week. So hope you come back next week when we start building those boxes. I'm gonna have to probably get some more hardware cloth now. So yeah, stay tuned. Come back next week. Be safe. Take care.